So it's my last night in my Dubai apartment. They call this jazz hands, by the way. Anyhow, it's a sign. It's a sign that somebody's being fake with you when they do this. Anyhow, uh, I'm not being fake with you. Uh, I cannot. I will be very bluntly honest here. I'm turning 55, and the man who I would have given my life for, my mentor, never made it to age 56. So, yeah. I'm making this video because I want you to understand my motivations as a teacher. I never saw myself as a professor. I really didn't. Had things gone right, my mentor was a professor, but he was also an arbitrator, which arbitrator simply means he was the person who, when a union and a company cannot get along, they bring in a mediator, arbitrator, and so they use them. It saves a lot of money because things don't get taken to court. That's the reason it's actually really good. And his mentor was a guy by the name of Anthony Sinocrapi, who is literally when the airlines in America went on strike, President George H.W. Bush called on Anthony Sinocrapi to be one of the people who settled that dispute. When Major League Baseball had their strike, they called on Anthony Sinocrapi to take care of that. So, yeah, I felt like I was in a good lineage of the literally best arbitrator in America to my mentor who learned from him. And so I was like, I'm learning from, and I went to the University of Iowa, for the record, just because I wanted to meet Anthony Sinocrapi myself. So that's why I went to the University of Iowa. Spellman said to me, you need to teach. And my reaction was, why? And his answer was, you're naturally good at this. He said, I'm not naturally good at this. Because Spellman was incredibly introverted, being in front of students and teaching was uncomfortable for him. And Spellman said, which you're far enough along in the semester with me that you know this is true. I can easily talk. You can give me any topic and I can talk for 20 minutes on it without interruption, and I just can. It is part of who I am. For good or bad, I can do that. And he's like, that's an extraordinary gift. So why would you not go into teaching where you are naturally gifted? So, yeah. The reason I'm your professor is not because there are many people in my world who are smarter than me. Yeah, I'm not the smartest person in the world. I'm not I don't know. I've been using McDonald's a lot as examples in class. And so the special sauce, which goes into a Big Mac, which for the record is nothing more than Thousand Island dressing with some other things added to it. It's not that special. But my special sauce is the fact that I am really good at telling stories and really good at connecting dots to make people understand concepts so that students who had me, and I'm not making this up, students who had me literally before you were born send me messages that I remembered this from your class. And so, yeah, I'm good at what I do, and I'm good at what I do, and it's easy for me. So Spellman was right. My mentor was right. There's a reason why he was a fantastic coach and a fantastic professor, because yeah, he saw what I can do easily, and he said, "You need to do that." And I was like, okay. So um, I'm doing everything I can to bring Afra on board as a teaching assistant that for UAU, because of all the people that I've ever met, I have a connection with Afra that my mentor had with me. I trust her 100%. Yeah, and she's nicer than me, so you want her as your TA. Really, she's nicer. And also, this is where I'll end this. When Afra was a student, she was trying hard to bring student government into UAU. She literally just ran out of time. But the thing I told her was I was student body president at Co College, and I rewrote the entire Student Senate Constitution. And now that we live in an online world, I'm able to see what the Student Senate Constitution at my alma mater is, and I it's not. And so what I told Afra, I'm like, plagiarism is wrong. You can't plagiarize, but I wrote that. If student governance is something you care about and you want to make this happen at UAU, I'm your guy, because 30 plus years later, my college is still using the Constitution that I wrote. So if you want a student senate and a student body president and want actual student governance at UAU, yeah, I'm your guy. Now, here's how I end this. Land the plane, Steve. Land the plane. I made a lot of enemies, and and my mentor liked to joke. He also made a lot of enemies, and so he's like the thing we share in common is we make a lot of enemies. But he's like, what you do better than me is that you choose your enemies wisely, and I'd like to think I did. Um, yeah. Um, so yeah, I didn't land the plane with that. My editor's gonna have some issues trying to land the plane. Sorry, Sandish. I'm truly trying here. You, I gotta pause. I'll pause. Dr. Rashid at the Find Choose Your Major thing gave a fantastic presentation, and let me be clear, I love Dr. Rashid. And he made a fantastic point that life is going to take you in turns and twists that you don't have any clue what those turns and twists are at your age. And you have to, the most important thing for you to do is just be prepared for anything. You have no idea what's coming. So be prepared for anything. My mentor, pause again, Steve. So my mentor that I unbelievably would have, anyhow, my Spellman, he's gone. The guy I listen to now, his name is Scott Galloway, and I consider him to be a mentor. He's only a couple years older than me, but I definitely consider him to be a mentor. He says the most important thing we can do is to make students into warriors. That you come into college as one type. If we do our job right at the university, when you leave the university, you are a warrior ready to take on the world. So, in honor of NYU Professor Scott Galloway, I share his goal.